Hello, fellow viewers, just me, Blake the Comic Nerd. Finally here for another review. Today, I'm probably reviewing a movie that's quite special to me, Logan. Logan's absolutely amazing to me. I loved Logan. The story was more of a western than a superhero movie to me. It was the perfect Wolverine movie, though. In some of the Wolverine movies, they couldn't allow him cutting off people's heads, stabbing them behind the backs. He cut people, but he wouldn't allow, stab people. You wouldn't be able to see the blood. But this movie, you see all of it. And all the swearing, too. Yeah, Wolverine swears a lot in the comics. Yeah, he drops the F-bomb so many times, and he says a lot. This movie was absolutely amazing. I loved this movie. Hugh Jackman did a perfect role. I love the little girl, and Dr. Xavier was amazing too. This movie had a lot of twists, and it was a really, really good movie. The ending I will talk about later, since it's very special to me, but this is the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie. Last one. And he went out on a bang. This is a spoiler, so you better be careful. This movie was absolutely amazing. I can't say how good it was. Now, it didn't have every single X-Men. There were some reference to them, or what happened to the X-Men at least. Now, in the X-Men timeline, this is sold off from the rest of the X-Men movies. I'm sure about it. If this is like the future of the X-Men timeline, they're pretty screwed. This was an absolutely amazing Wolverine movie. Just a goodbye kiss to Hugh Jackman. Now, this is something actually incredible to me. When a certain character stops playing, certain superhero or a certain iconic character, they quit. They don't go in a big bang like Logan did. Maybe they will, but after that, the movies are gonna start sucking. Logan, he's had pretty bad movies, X-Men Origins, X-Men 3, but he's been some good ones. X-Men 1 is alright. X-Men 2, best one. Days of Futures Past, that's my favorite one. And a little bit of Apocalypse. It was a cameo. Apocalypse was alright. I mean, X-Men 1, I think, it's kind of like X-Men 1 standards. Days of Futures Past and X-Men Origins, Wolverine, and I think the other one where it was Xavier, and then he had a little cameo where he yelled at them, told them to F off. It was alright. It was alright. That movie's actually really good, but it was alright to me. But he went on a big bang. He's been with us through the worst and the best. X-Men movies have been known to be kind of sometimes. They can either hit really hard or hit really weak. When they hit hard, it's good. When they hit weak, it's really, really weak. And I'm really excited to see the future of the X-Men, besides Deadpool and stuff. I said I haven't reviewed in a while. I've been working on a couple things, and I will start reviewing some more. So then, let's get right into the storyline. The main character is Logan. Now, in this movie, Logan's way different. He's much more older and is struggling with his generation slowly going away. And this has happened in the comics multiple times when he gets older. So this is more of a different Logan. He still tries to act like the cool and tough Wolverine, but he's going to get it handed to him. He's still the Wolverine we know, but he can't do all the cool flips and cuts and stuff. He can still do most of it, but he's getting older and getting more tired out about it. And Hugh Jackman looks really old in this movie now. Now, he doesn't look like old as Xavier does, which I'll get to him. Because Wolverine, he has like some sort of factor where he doesn't look that old, which I can understand why. Hugh Jackman looks old enough. He does, so I'm gonna let that slide. And I really did like him in this movie. He did really well. I especially liked the beginning where we thought we were gonna see Logan tear apart all of these dudes at first. Then he gets his butt handed to him by these dudes at first. Then he kind of kills them, but he's still kind of fighting it back a little, because his generation isn't the best as it used to be. It's slowly killing him, I suppose, because the lead is slowly killing him, and it's slowly stopping his generation from happening. which I really think Hugh Jackman did excellent with Logan in this movie. And I think he portrayed the character the best and the worst, and this was absolutely really good how he portrayed Logan. Now next we have Xavier. Xavier at first I kind of had a little problem with him. He was kind of sort of kooky. Like, I understand why he didn't have his medication, but he only really started acting kooky in the beginning of the movie. Then after that, he kind of was chill during the rest of the movie. But during the beginning of the movie, he was just saying, like, he couldn't see and was just saying random stuff. And then towards the middle and the end of the movie, he was mostly cool, which he got killed. I'll get to that later. But he did really good with Logan. Him were the perfect match for each other. The Logan, it was basically like a family set. He was the dad, Logan was the son, and X-23 was the daughter. He was the granddad portrayal, basically. And in this part, and in this movie, like in most comics, like in the future stuff, Logan's the one who killed the X-Men, like an old man Logan. He's the one that killed the X-Men. In this movie, it turns out that Xavier's the one who killed the X-Men. By mistake. Both of them did by mistake in the comic. In the comics, Hypno, whatever the dude's name is, a Spider-Man villain, he hypnotized Wolverine to think that all the X-Men were killed and all his worst arch enemies were at Xavier's school, and he just killed every single one of them until he found out that it was all of his friends. In this movie, Xavier has this little brain aneurysm or little brain seizures where everyone has like a stroke for like 5 seconds, or depending how long it goes, it can end up doing dangerous disasters to people. The reason it didn't affect Wolverine, his regeneration, I guess, works on his brain, which I couldn't explain that, because his brain, it's a different part from regeneration from your whole entire body. I couldn't get that. Now, I really did. That was an interesting concept. Now, I've heard about this concept of having Xavier, but I thought this concept was done really well with the brain aneurysms, and this was done really well. I especially liked how he's the one who killed X-Men by mistake instead of Logan doing it. And I thought this was a pretty interesting concept. Now let's see the next character. You already know who it is. Okay, now my next character is X-23. Now, towards the beginning of the movie, I had a problem with her being very quiet and silent. It was kind of bothering me. I mean, she had some really good character development towards the end, but not for talking for halfway through the movie. It was kind of bothering towards me. Like, she wouldn't say barely anything. She would just shake her head yes or no. It was really bothering me in the whole entire movie, until she finally said something where she can only speak in Spanish. I think she slowly learned English towards the end, which I'll get to the ending. But I felt towards the beginning and middle of the movie, her writing was terrible. How she was just silent, and then towards the end, she gets a little bit character development, which I thought was terrible. I still really did like her. She has the best action scenes. This little girl was flipping around, stabbing people. She had the best action scenes, and she reminds me of Wolverine a lot. I loved her action scenes. They were absolutely amazing. She had the best action because you do a lot of little kids. She was flipping around, stabbing people in the chin, shoulders, knees, any spot you know that she's gonna stab you there. And it was violent, dude. She had the best scenes with Logan. Her and Logan teaming up at the end was the best. I really did like her in this movie. Really did. Now, technically, there's two villains. It's this dude and I forgot the dude's name is, but in X-Men Origins, the dude who put the lead in Wolverine's body, his son's the main villain too. This dude, I wanted to see more of him. He was a jerk, but I absolutely liked the dude. I wanted to see much more of him in this movie, but they kind of threw him off towards the end. But I really wanted to see more of this dude because he was quite interesting to me. I thought he became like an old X-Men villain or like a son of something, but like the dude who was technically the other villain too, he was pretty bad. He didn't get a lot of spotlight. I kind of bring him towards like the middle of the movie, which I would have liked if they kind of just left him out, then just kept this dude in and said that he was the son of the X-23, the X experiment that happened to Logan. He was the son of the dude that Logan killed, which I would have liked that. I would have liked that better, since he has a reason to go after Logan besides just being a bounty hunter or working with the program, whatever it's called in the movie. Now, this character I underestimated. I didn't know that Caliban was going to be in this movie. He's a very obscure X-Men or mutant in the X-Men series, and I'm really surprised they gave him a pretty big role for such an obscure character. He showed up in X-Men Apocalypse a little. That was the only movie he really showed up in, and he was pretty good. I liked him. I want to see more of this actor because I can see this dude being in other X-Men movies, maybe like a villain or like working with the villain. But this dude, they did him too, Bo. Took the dude and they forced him to smell out the blood and shirt and stuff to see where Logan at. And at the end, the dude took the grenade and said, "Beware the light," and killed, I think, someone. I forgot who it was. But that was violent. That was utterly brutal, dude. But they did this dude too, Bo. I really do like this dude playing Caliban. I want to see more of this dude a lot. I could have done way much more with this dude, but I understand why. But I really did like him fighting against Logan. Like, him and Logan arguing was something I really did like about Caliban in this movie. Giving more of a character development besides just being a shifty, ugly dude who sells to people. Well, I'm not saying he's ugly. Hey, people could like him. You like what you like. But I really, really did like this dude. I really did. I want to see more of him. Like, I really do. I want to see more of his power get more explained. I really do. I mean, maybe like maybe at best, maybe like a show or something. I'm joking. But let's get to the next character. Now, in this part, I'm gonna discuss a character and sort of the R rating. Now, this character I'm gonna discuss is the clone or the stunt double who made more of the physical threat to Logan. I would have liked if they had like Sabretooth, or at least a clone of Sabretooth or something, because Sabretooth is very close to Wolverine's origins, and they're basically tied together. Like, you can't have like a Batman video game without the Joker, or at least a hint to the Joker, or maybe at least the Joker in it or something. Like, that's basically, like, they're tied together, like their origins are literally tied together, like they complete each other. Now, the R rating, I think they could have done way more with this, but the R rating, I liked it. I thought they went their best they could have, and I really did like Wolverine's going around decapitating people, stabbing them in the chest. It was amazing. I really did enjoy it. Now, I really was disappointed with the clone. I want it to be Sabretooth, or at least an old villain returning, at least a clone of him. If it was a clone of him, I would kind of would have understood, or just say Sabretooth, the old version of Sabretooth, since I think they both can live longer, or old version of Sabretooth, it was still more tougher, like something like that. I was very, very disappointed in that, because a lot of people want to see Sabretooth finally really well done after X-Men Origins. But still, I really did like the ending. The ending was absolutely amazing. He was going around taking out all the dudes, stabbing them with his so-called /half daughter. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's daughter, because it's basically his daughter. How do I explain it? And it was absolutely amazing. So, if that's his daughter, then that stunt double is, I mean, technically his son, or at least, I mean, maybe he was born from another woman, or it's just 100% a clone from him. I'm still gonna say his son. I'm still gonna say it's technically his son. But I'm very disappointed with not having Sabretooth in this movie. That was a big disappointment to me. I still think this movie was really, really good. It might be one of my favorite X-Men movies currently, besides X-Men Days of Future Past, which is really, really good. Maybe First Class, I'll get to that, but I'm not going to talk about First Class in that Logan review. Now let's get to the next problem. Well, not problem, but whatever I'm discussing next. This really isn't a problem to me. Now, people are going to think this is a problem, but people were going to have X-Men characters, like, maybe they were going to, like, repeat the Old Man Logan story, besides having Hulk as the dude, maybe the Blob, or besides Hawkeye having Cyclops. No. This is a Wolverine movie, not the X-Men. I can understand having some X-Men characters in, but this is a Logan movie. This is the future X-Men movie. This is a Wolverine's movie. Don't get in Wolverine's way, or he'll cut you. Now, Old Man Logan still was a really good comic, and I could really see a lot of inspiration from the book, besides the Hulk baby and stuff, which that's different. That's completely different. But I really, really did enjoy this movie. And the comparisons for Old Man Logan, I really do see that. I really do see them, but it was a lot of stuff took from it, like Batman v Superman, kind of the Dark Knight Rises, the Dark Knight Returns had like some story plots taken from that, like the Dead Robin. Well, that was already happening in the comics, but like the Armored Suit, like some story plots are based after it, which I thought was kind of interesting. Something else that I thought was really amazing in this movie was the photography. There were some amazing photography scenes that I just had to capture because how great they looked. Like the scene where he's holding the girl's hand next to the coffin of Xavier. I thought it was an absolutely really good photography scene right there. And this scene right here, I really did like it. I really, really did. I thought it was an absolutely amazing photography scene. I just really like photography in Logan. I thought it was really well done. Now then, time to explain the ending. This ending was absolutely heartbreaking. I didn't know that Fox had the courage to kill off Logan at the end. And how it stays with you is absolutely terrible, but in a good way. Like it's heartbreaking to see a character you knew for 17 years, basically most of your childhood. You've known him, and just seeing him get absolutely devastated. But he's happy. He knows what it's like to have a family. He knows what it's like to die happily, to die peacefully in his daughter's arms. I absolutely loved the ending. And if they bury him, all the kids leave, and then she just sits there with the cross and turns into an X. Oh my gosh. And she just sat there hugging the X while crying. Oh, I cannot believe you. I cried with that. That was absolutely amazing to me. I love that scene. She flips the X to the X-Men symbol and just starts crying for him. Oh my gosh. And that quote she says at the end, it's from Western, which that's why I say it takes a lot of Western parts. It takes more stuff from a Western movie than a superhero movie, in my opinion. And this was an amazing movie. I loved the ending, and I really will stand by it of how great it was. And Logan went out with courage. Like the reason he didn't like the girl at first is because everyone he's known or who he's loved has been hurt, and this was his chance to redeem himself. So he ran down there, killed all those dudes, killed his clone, and killed the dude, and just killed everyone. Just sat there, and the clone devastated him. But he died peacefully in his daughter's arms, and it was a beautiful scene. I love the photography for the ending. I absolutely loved it. She hugs. I just love the scene, the music. It's such a happy, but also such a depressing scene. It really is. I cannot tell you how much I love this ending and how well it was done. This is really, really well done. This was absolutely amazing. I cannot praise the ending. How well it was done, and I loved it. It was really good, like top notch. And I loved the comparisons with him and his daughter, which they don't say at first, but I loved it. Like this scene right here, the photography scene, I absolutely loved it. When they pan down, they show him holding her hand, like they're by themselves now. Now, this isn't the last X-Men movie I'm sure about. This is just the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Hugh Jackman Wolverine's done. And I'm happy for the dude. Like, after 17 years, he finally knows what it's like to die peacefully and have a family. Because Logan's whole life has been just torture and agony. Logan's always wanted to die. Like, Wolverine's... He's wanted to die most times in his life. The regeneration is more of a curse than a gift to him. Because everyone he knows and loves will eventually go away, and he'll still be there by himself. And I really do like the character. I really do like that part of Logan. That's the truth about Logan. He's tried to kill himself, but he can't. He wants to lose regeneration, and currently in the comics, Logan's still dead. Well, Earth 1 or whatever, the current Earth, Logan is dead, but the old man Logan took over for him now. and the new X-29, who's a college student, who's basically old enough as a college student, took over the role of Wolverine now, which I do like this concept. Which they killed off Logan before this movie, and I think which did it better. The movie did the death of Logan way better. Now the death of Logan, I still have the comic. How he died is that he lost a generation and he was trying to save all these people. So he punched this thing full of adamantium liquid and it hardened and he killed the dude. He was experimenting with the kids and stuff, and he just sat there in the sun while it hardened. It was a memorable moment, but this did it way better. I can't say how well it was done. It was just that good. It was just that amazing to me. Like, I cannot praise it enough for how well it was done. So then, this is the last Logan, or last Wolverine with Hugh Jackman in it. I'm gonna miss you, Hugh Jackman. I really am. The ending was amazing, and I just really do love this movie. Now, at first, it was sort of slow, but I actually do like. I like how slow it was at first. You can get to know more of the characters and what's happened in a couple years. I liked it. How Logan was more brand and tougher, since he's lost a lot in the past years. And I kind of feel a little sad that every X-Men timeline in the future, they're always screwed. Like, either humans or mutants are in trouble, or the whole X-Men dies, or something even worse happens, which I think this is probably the best timeline for all the X-Men. Now, this was a really great movie. I don't count this as a superhero movie. This is more of a Western to me. It takes more stuff from Western movies, and the setting and feeling feels more to me as a Western movie than a superhero movie. It has superhero parts in it, and Logan is a superhero, but it feels more of a Western. It takes more Western, like more of a Western plot to me than more of a superhero movie. I love this movie, and if you're listening, I highly suggest you watch it a second time. Something I'm also disappointed with Hugh Jackman's Logan's Wolverine career. This is just all in general. I haven't seen him wear the costume. Like, I want to see this dude wear the costume. Hugh Jackman pulled off the perfect Wolverine. I haven't seen him wear the costume at all. I at least thought they hint towards the end, or have him in an end credit scene where he's at least wearing the costume or something. But nope, we're never gonna see this Wolverine in the costume. Maybe on something on Twitter, maybe he buys a Halloween costume and wears it, so boom, that's your canon right there. But we're never gonna see it in the movie. Twitter best enough, and credits really lucky enough. But I'm kind of sad that this is the last Logan or Wolverine movie, and just leave it like this. Don't make no more Wolverine things. Drop it. This is over. Hugh Jackman's done with Wolverine. His career's ended. Let him go sing now, because he loves to sing. I've heard that Hugh Jackman absolutely loves to sing, so let him do that. But thank you guys for watching this video. I highly suggest you watch the movie again. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. I'll make more content. And comment, subscribe. I need more subscribers. I need them. That YouTube money, But I hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.